Are you sheltering in place, isolated, feeling alone? Well, then you're just like us.
Hit me.
From Studio P in Sausalito, the home of the quarantined hit, it's time for... Succotash Shut-In, the Soundcast Stimulus Package featuring snippets from comedy...
Soundcasts.
And now, here's your host for this episode, Marc Hershon.
As always, a big thank you to our booth announcer, Bill Haywatt. Without him, we'd be nothing. Instead, we are Succotash Shut-In, the Soundcast Stimulus Package, which means we're here to help keep the entire Soundcast industry solvent by featuring clips from a variety of comedy soundcasts from around the world. Why? Because even in the face of the literally hundreds of thousands of shows out there in Soundcastland, the numbers have been falling off since this pandemic started. Less people commuting to work, working out in gyms, and killing time at their desks with earbuds in to shut out the cacophony of the office life around them. Oh, and sometimes we also do interviews. Who's we? It's not the royal we, as in me talking about myself in grandiose terms. No. I am half of the we, namely Marc Hershon, as Bill Haywatt stated just moments ago, and I host Succotash Shut-In on an every other weekly basis. I share these duties with the other half of we, Tyson Saner, who just hosted episode 230, in which he hosted snippets from Soundcast's Lie Hard with a Vengeance, Kasting Cuzzin, and Revue. You can still grab that installment at our home site, succotashshow.com, or from a designated Soundcast listening post such as Apple or Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeart Radio, the Laughable app. The list goes on and on. I don't know about you, but for me, this had to be one of the oddest Thanksgiving holidays of my life, and I have been around for a while. If you're outside the U.S. and not an expat trying to make a duck pass for a turkey, you may not be familiar with our Turkey Day ritual here, but it's usually a time of having lots of family over, gorging yourself like some kind of bacchanalian glutton, and giving thanks for whatever good stuff came your way in the past year. Obviously, most people were not able to congregate, except for the idiots. But at my house, it did not stop the gluttony. I just today finished the last of the leftovers, and we're talking hardcore. I developed what I called the Thanksgiving leftovers wrap. You take a big flour tortilla, then layer in your turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, green beans, and cranberry sauce. Obviously, your ingredients may vary. Roll that all up and pop it in the microwave for about a minute and a half, and bam! It's your T-Day feast all over again in burrito form. All right, let's get down to the business of show, shall we? I've been kind of dragging my feet on this one because I'm not sure how it's going to go over. I've got clips from 5 shows this episode, but instead of regular clips, a 3 to 5 minute chunk of a show so you can get the flavor of it, I've scraped together a bunch of bloopers. Times when things didn't go over quite as planned, or times that we were never intended to hear, but they decided to drop the tracks on us anyway. We've got bloopers from Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, A Paranormal Chicks, Roll Out, Who Back When, and Voyage to the Stars. The whole mess is brought to you by our longtime sponsors, Henderson's Pants, makers of the new Santa Pants, and TrumpPoetry.com. Now, without further ado, sweet listener, let's dance. First up is a candid slice from one of my favorite soundcasts that I like to listen to pretty much week in and week out. Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. Great guests, fun chats with Conan, his trusty assistant, Sonam Movsesian, and the show's producer, Matt Gorley, who is also a past guest of Succotash and, dare I say, a friend of the show. Maybe. I don't know if he'd take my call, but probably, right? A recent guest on Conan's show was comedian Colin Quinn. He was really, really funny, but it seems that Colin is a mite tech challenged and had a hell of a time getting set up to do the interview via Zoom, which most of the soundcasts have been resorting to because of the pandemic. So, Conan let the audio of those attempts to get things set up roll right at the end of his show, and I've got some of that for you right here.
I don't understand. Is that like a bandana around your neck? Is that like an affectation, or is that?
No, that's actually, I use that as a mask during, I'm going to hate to break it to you, there's something called COVID out there.
COVID-19.
I know that you're a denier, as most Irish are, but I wear this thing and then I can put it up easily. So no, it's not an affectation. I wish it was. It's called a fucking mask. What's that thing you got around your head?
It's very like, Luftwaffe 1941.
Well, can I say something? I happen to disagree with a lot that the Nazis did. A lot, trust me, a lot. But the Luftwaffe they dressed nicely.
Yes.
They did dress nicely.
Well,
and
Hugo Boss.
So I'm not going to, Hugo Boss. Hugo Boss designed the outfits for the Luftwaffe and the Gestapo.
You're right.
And so you telling me I'm dressed like I'm in the Luftwaffe, I'm like, thank you. That's a compliment, because they spent much more time on the cut of their uniforms than they did figuring exactly how they should be bombing Britain.
Yes.
We have a lot to talk about, Colin, and I'm glad we figured out the tech stuff, and I want to make sure that all of that is in there. Wait. Oh, we're not finished with the tech stuff. Oh, okay. My team is telling me now that apparently we're not even close, Colin.
What happened?
What happened?
We're not finished with the tech stuff yet. Sorry. Will?
Yeah. Yeah, but I shut it down. Is this for legal purposes? So when we have off.
Yes, because Colin, I hate to break it to you, but I am suing you. I'm going to sue you, and this is going to be part of the lawsuit.
Okay. By the way, in the interest of full disclosure, I'm never sending you guys this recording.
Trust me, if you did send it to us, I know that you would mail it to us in like a bulky brown package.
I mail the whole cell phone.
It would show up the way the Maltese Falcon shows up in that movie. It would be covered in wax paper. I swear to God, we're putting this stuff in there. Do you hear me?
Speaking of falcons, are you into falconry with that thing around your hand?
I have a little mini cast around my hand because I injured my thumb 2 years ago, and every now and then it flares up. But if you're going to make fun of me for my ailment and say that I look like I'm into falconry, I'm now taking the thumb brace off because it's there attached with Velcro. So there. I no longer look like a falconer in the Luftwaffe. Do you have a microphone we're using? Where's your microphone?
Oh no, I gotta get my mic on. All right, hold on.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh, Jesus.
What?
He doesn't need a microphone.
Does he need a microphone? No, where did he go? He just left. Okay, come back. Colin.
What did you do?
Come back. You don't need a microphone. You don't need a microphone. I was confused for a second by the sheer breadth of your unprofessionalism.
Yeah, let's do it.
Colin, we
Let's start with the thing in the chat. And then we're good.
Okay. Let's begin the podcast.
We already began. We're at 2:15.
Very good. That's your cholesterol, Colin. It's not the time. That's your cholesterol.
Too soon. I had a heart attack 2 years ago.
It's not too soon. By making that joke, I'm helping you stay aware of your cholesterol levels and showing real concern.
Yeah, maybe.
So you should thank me.
I took it the wrong way. Thank you.
Yeah. And sorry about the heart attack.
Should have been in your research.
It says right here at the top, don't mention cholesterol. He had a heart attack 2 years ago. I should have read that part. See, I think we have a great podcast already with what's just happened.
I do too, yeah.
Okay, ready when you are.
Okay, back to chat now for this line. Okay. Well, there's nothing there except he doesn't need a mic.
I hate it here. I absolutely hate it. I hate it at my own podcast.
They are now into their third season of Conan
If you're a man
O'Brien
like
Needs
me,
a Friend,
shaving's a big...
housed over at the Earwolf Network, but you can get episodes anywhere and everywhere fine soundcasts are found. I backed into this next soundcast, A Paranormal Chicks, by finding a blooper teaser reel of the show floating around on the web. Really didn't know too much about it before, but the two hosts, Donna and Carrie, sound like a lot of fun. The show describes itself as a, quote, true crime and paranormal comedy podcast, unquote, or soundcasts as we prefer. And that's their formula. One paranormal story and one true crime story along the way in every episode. But into every soundcast, a little havoc must fall, as it did for our plucky hosts the day a cockroach showed up in their studio.
Ew, what is that? A
fucking roach.
I thought it was a... I got it. Where is it? Oh my god. Where is it? Marlon, get down! Oh god.
Please tell me this is still recorded. Yes.
I couldn't think of anything. I thought it was just a bug. Oh my god.
I think it went underneath the...
You scared me. Get me out of the garage. I can't sit there, Carrie. And Marley keeps... I'm okay. I'm just scared for my life, Marley. Carrie.
I think it went underneath the mat thing.
Yeah, and that means when I'm sitting there telling my story...
I can see it. I told you where it came.
Oh god. I feel it on me.
Marley, I know. She's doing that, like, head tilt thing, that doodle stance, like, where she's doing And Marley, she lost her shit.
Well, I'm over in a cocoon over there. Again, I thought it was just, like, one of those beetles or something.
It said, oh, what is that?
I didn't do my paradise, so they oh, God. My heart's racing.
Because you jumped up like a fucking Indy 500.
I went for a jog. Oh, my God.
Oh, God. Marley shit her pants.
When I was looking to see if it's like, where is it? She jumps on my back, and I feel like
a roach would be that big.
Who knows? Could have been a fucking demon got me.
Oh, my God.
You know why? Because you know why? Because you keep saying the fucking R word. It's Wally.
Where?
Okay, there's not there's not a robot here. Oh, oh shit. I mean, that I said I didn't like it because it was a roach. You said that was a good movie. Oh my god.
Oh my god, my cramps.
I can't sit over there.
Oh my god, that.
I need my mama because I'd be like, Mama, I can't sleep until it's dead, and she'd kill it. I'm the one who's gonna kill it.
It ain't gonna be me. It ain't me.
Okay, Justin Timberlake. Oh my god.
Oh, there it is! Where?
Oh god. Keep an eye on it.
Okay. Donna, hurry, it's moving. Hurry.
I'm not tall enough to get it with my shoe.
Get a broom, get a broom.
I got it with the broom, but it's not gonna...
It got the smallest broom on the planet.
It's Marley, Carrie! It moves too fast. Oh, there it is. Oh, you motherfucker. Oh, God. Are you taking a picture?
No.
Oh, God. Yes, you. Oh, God. I don't think I can make it.
Did you get it?
Not enough. But at least it's down here.
Oh.
Poor Marley. I went like Roseanne bar owner.
When Marley jumped on you and you screamed.
She jumped on my back.
I know. Oh, my God. And then you said, Wally, and I legit said, where?
I know you.
What the fuck?
God. Oh, God. I mean, obviously. Why do we repeat shit? Okay. Well, now there's that.
What a way to end that shit.
So that's a blooper from A Paranormal Chicks, and they can be found at their home site, which is the title of the show, aparanormalchicks.com, as well as everywhere else in the known universe. If you dig RPGs, aka role-playing games like Dungeons & Dragons, Pathfinder, Star Wars, Warhammer, etc., etc. There are a bunch of fun game casts out there, some with people playing games, some with people talking about gameplay, I'm a particular fan of Brian Posehn's Nerd Poker and the Critical Role Soundcasts, but that's because D&D is my jam. Rollout is another such soundcast where they play an ongoing campaign. Their game is Masks, A New Generation, and it's a superhero-based world, I believe. Not really that familiar with that particular game, but they've got a collected set of bloopers out there, so I grabbed a sequence of several in a row, completely out of context, by the way, but it makes for some pretty entertaining listening. Here, then, are some of the cast of Rollout.
Anyway, I'm going to stop recording.
They're werewolf they're werewolf attaches.
Wait, can we know how
werewolf stands for werewolf I'd like to fuck.
What? We know what shirt to buy Jason now.
You said werewolf. And it stands for werewolf I'd like to fuck.
You of all people to make that joke.
Can we make that joke on this podcast?
I mean, I'm gonna bleep it, but...
Alright.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I'm gonna also say, so... This is not an actual boogie board, and that is a name brand product.
Let's maybe not, just fucking spend 5 more minutes talking about the fucking fake tablet that you have.
It's a wave board.
I don't care.
I understand.
Did Evan leave?
Evan's dead. Congratulations, you killed him. I didn't want to date again, GM Evan.
Hey. I brought you together. I can tear you apart if I so wish.
You killed him!
Look! Listen. Before we sign off on this deal, a great deal. I love this deal. This is.
Oh God!
Please stop! No! I actively put my hand on his mouth now at this point.
I've never
just
been
because
less
I hate you.
attracted to you
It's
than
not
in
a
this
quid
moment.
pro quo.
It is a quid pro quo.
No, it's not.
As long as we don't say it's a quid pro quo, it's not a quid pro quo.
We literally said that already.
I learned the Constitution.
Did Evan freeze or?
No,
or is he
I'm thinking.
Okay.
Mentally, but not physically.
It was because Thought Face was perfectly still, so it was.
Evan.exe has crashed.
What do I see?
What?
I'm sorry. That was my cat's feeder. And 3 times a day, it says, "Butt munch, it's time for Vicky's," and then it dispenses some food for him.
I was confused because I heard Lee's voice, but Lee wasn't talking.
It is my voice. It's coming out of a machine.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Talk about a ghost in the machine.
A beautiful ghost in the machine.
But our memories were lost long ago, just like in the movie Ghost in the Shell.
Lee's the best Asian actor there is. So much more authentic than Scarlett Johansson. Anyways. Interrupting my own tangent.
You can find regular episodes of Rollout over on the same distribution platform that Succotash uses. That's at rolloutpodcast.libsyn.com. Now it's time to strap in for our man with the pipes and the cans, Bill Haywatt, as he recites the annual Henderson's Pants Christmas story featuring the all-new Santa Pants.
'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a garment was stirring, not even a blouse. The shirts were hung by the jackets with care, in hopes that some pants soon would hang there. The boxers were nestled all snug in their drawers, while socks, athletic and tubular, had been left on the floor. And Mama in her kerchief, and I in my cap, were worn out from discussing our marital gap. From the hangers in the closet there arose such a clatter, I yanked open the door to see what was the matter. I pulled skirts and blazers aside like a flash, yanked down all my ties, my belts, and a sash. Though the weak light in that cupboard could barely show the inside of the place where all our clothes go, yet what to my wondering eyes should appear? A dozen new pads to cover my rear. Being hung like a sailor, being hung by a tailor, so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles, his hands they did fold, those pants on wooden hangers so old. He said, "Oh, now here are some pants they designed for Nixon, and 2 pairs of trousers custom made for Wolf Blitzer. Check out that zipper, make fast the clasp, for soon pants from Henderson's will save your sweet ass." You've heard of their dungarees, pet pants, and khakis. Their Wake Island shorts were proclaimed to be tacky. Won't you please try on a pair of Henderson's best? Perhaps some turtleneck trousers with a vest, or ballet pants, clam diggers, space pants for sure. Why not their drifter chinos, picnic pants, and more? There are plenty of Henderson's pants to go round. Great pantaloons at a bargain are yours to be found. That jolly old fellow, he saw I was a skeptic and realized that the hard sell at Christmas made me quite dyspeptic. So he mellowed a bit and gave me a smile and suggested we just kick back for a while. I asked him point blank, "Do you have time to waste? You've only got one night to be all over the place." He laughed and said not to worry. Thanks to a secret, he was in no hurry. He showed me from the sides of the trousers their sprouted wings, with pockets so deep he could carry all of his things. A sales spiel on Christmas? Are you joking? You can't! He winked and he said, "Brand new from Henderson's. They're the new Santa pants. Originally made for sneak thieves, elves, and guys who sit on thrones in the middle of department stores right after Thanksgiving, Henderson's original Santa pants are available at the North Pole." And that's it. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from Henderson's, makers of nice knitwear and naughty naugahyde since 1829. And now back, ho, to Succotash.
If you're a Doctor Who fan, you may already be clued into Who Back When, a long-running soundcast about all things Who that's based in England. While they do take their doctors seriously, the current crew on the show, Marie, Drew, Jim, and Leon, clearly have fun since they release a blooper collection for every season of their show. The cluster of boo-boos I have for you are from their 4th season reel, and like so many bloopers, these don't have a whole lot of context unless you're already familiar with the episodes they were cut from, and even then, you may not recognize them.
Excellent. Go for it.
Doc and Donna rock up in
We're terrible, really sorry.
This is the ladies and gentlemen intro bit.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Welcome to another episode of Who Back When, by the way, is the name of the show. And just kidding.
2 things to remember. You need to write me a script. I can read it off like cue cards.
I reckon they go back and they fuck with his mom's ovaries.
This is essentially an abortion.
Oh, please, wait,
Yeah,
we've got to cut this whole wait.
Some green
ooze was happened to touch this one dude, and then he does the Romero thing, and he doesn't. Oh my goodness, I'm a Morlock. Look at me, fancy.
I'm standing on this weird scaffolding.
Yeah, dandy gentleman with a blue beard. Okay, I think we're fine.
Do it.
Ugh.
Make it happen.
What the shit is going on?
The only thing we ever scripted was the original Who Back When theme tune. Do you remember scripting it?
The theme song?
Yeah, what a great
obviously.
evening.
Are you kidding me? That's gone through several re-recordings.
I know, I've heard the new one.
There's a new version coming out quite soon, actually, spoiler alert.
They all build on the original.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Yeah,
obviously.
absolutely. What a glorious night that was.
It was. My computer sat on a fridge, no external microphone, the two of us with one earphone each.
Yeah, we did. We had one earphone
each, singing at a fridge. In my really shitty studio that I lived in at the time.
Attempting to harmonise. Like, do you remember how many times we recorded the Who Back When bit at the end to get it dead in sync?
H.G. Wells can suck a dick. How was that?
You didn't redline.
Didn't I redline a dick?
Oh, no. Yes, and also my number one question in my notes, and I completely forgot about this. Hang on. No, wait, I'm going to cut that because no one believes that anymore, but I will fucking show you my... Sorry, it's my number two line. Do microchips made out of marble work? Yeah. Eat notes and die, man. Yeah, sorry. I cut that entire bit generously.
Bloops. Coincidentally, there's an alien invasion afoot, perpetrated by brains in jars who want his super-powered body.
I don't know where my phone's gone.
Your what now? Your phone?
Oh, it's right here.
Oh.
Behind the sherry.
It's right here.
Sherry? That's a connected Podcastland.
Oh dear.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna find this.
Cut all of this bit, Leon. This very loud bit. Is that helpful?
Which bit? I mean, there's a part of me that really wishes that, Jews wore kilts. Because...
wear a kilt.
But that could, be the thing. It's like, oh, yeah. Nothing underneath.
You should just wear a kilt. Not currently and in the particular position you're sitting, but...
Okay.
Generally.
You would be surprised to find how many pieces of software that you use that aren't audio software that activate your microphone.
That are just listening in.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that's why I have that.
Sneaky.
Disengage that.
So that doesn't hear you going...
That's what my orgasms sound like.
Is that you doing cardio?
Yes.
Yes. From behind.
You guys are terrible.
That's some of the goofing around from the gang at Who Back When, which you now can use as your signpost to go back and listen to every real episode they've done since 2013. Find them all over at whobackwhen.com. The last blooptastic soundcast I have for you is from a very funny sci-fi narrative show called Voyage to the Stars. There's a whole host of funny-ass people on board, including Colton Dunn, Felicia Day, Kristen Vansness, Steve Berg, and friend of Succotash, Janet Varney. If I remember correctly, there's a whole lot of improvisation that happens in this show. In fact, it may all be improvised. And when that happens, your cast is often likely to paint themselves into a narrative corner every now and again with the more details they cook up and then trying to remember everything they said. So, no surprise that they have a pile of bloopers saved up just from season 1, and here are a few of those.
I'm having trouble contacting the shuttle. It's as if something is getting in the way. Perhaps it's this mound of wet toads covered in honey I appear to be seeing through the suit cam.
What?
Oh,
That
shoot.
is-
So we can't go back to the ship.
We can't go back.
Preparing the shuttle to go back to the ship.
Sorry. So they could still be out there.
I'd sure like to think they are. I'm a positive thinker, friend. What was your mom's
All right.
name?
Huh?
What was your mama's name?
I forgot.
Well, that's a bummer.
Anybody who doesn't agree with him, he just steamrolls over it, and he's starting to paint them as people who are undermining the good of the world, and that's kind of the best way to do that.
He's trying to get it.
Any other questions?
Any other questions?
Any other comments?
Sorry, that's my mom. Oh, man.
It's going to be really embarrassing if she's been here the whole time.
If she's been here the whole time, I will shit a brick, sorry.
What is your name?
My name is Palom.
Oh, beautiful. That's from Final Fantasy IV.
Yes, you remember? He was a boy, but I'm much older. And I don't have a cane.
It's interesting that you would know about Final Fantasy IV here on Vox.
Well, somebody left a flyer once.
This is fascinating. I can't wait to hear more about your culture.
Okay, yeah, that all sounds cool, the word and everything like this, but I got a couple questions for you. 1, do you know where Earth is?
No. 2?
Huh?
Yes?
I love your curiosity, Palom.
Thank you.
Let's talk more about Final Fantasy IV.
Wonderful.
No, 2?
That voice is perfect. Boom.
Nailed it. Actually,
No, it's fine.
Actually, we might need a redo on the whole thing.
Back it up a bit.
We have some notes. We have some notes. Have some notes. Anybody have some notes?
Some network.
I have
Network
thoughts.
notes. We're not really buying.
I'm not
motivation.
tracking
Now
the
we're going
love
to?
story.
Really? I mean... Really?
Really? I literally said everything. Okay, we already committed so much genocide.
I'm going to say something to you. Go ahead. Go ahead and do what you have to do, but promise me this.
Mm-hmm.
You will only take willing volunteers. I've learned that lesson in the past by taking along unwilling volunteers somewhere. That's called kidnap, Elsa, and that doesn't bode well.
I thank you for overcoming your maternal reluctance and basically diving into your past that seems really toxic, and maybe you should go see her.
Yeah.
Is she dead?
She died a while ago.
I wish I could resurrect her, but maybe when I go through the wormhole, I can discover that kind of technology.
If you bring my mother back, I will respect you.
I cannot promise her as a souvenir, but I will try my
I'll
best.
take it as a promise.
Okay, Captain. Aye, aye. I've always wanted to say that. How are we going to get our 2-hour episode if we do this, you know?
Yeah, right. Remember? The special episode?
The feature-length podcast.
We should do a special one where one of us gets hooked on drugs.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're getting a little loopy, sorry, okay?
It's been quite a journey.
It's been a long day, I know, sorry. But, oh boy, there's a little bit more. I just got reignited with a new... Shoot, sorry. Well, how do you want me to get out of this?
Can I say that I'm not actually that... I really feel that bad about this? Is that terrible?
Oh, you're finally actually not feeling...
Foreskin doggy bag.
Those hiccups you just heard are from Voyage to the Stars, a fine soundcast I have reviewed before as part of my job reviewing soundcasts for This Week in Comedy podcasts for Vulture.com. You can check out that column every week, by the way, over at Vulture. You can also find every episode of Voyage to the Stars at their homesite, voyagetothestars.net. They're also, of course, everywhere else that you can find fine quality soundcasts.
This episode of Succotash is sponsored in part by TrumPoetry.com, a chronological ode to a fake muse. Enjoy a rhyming spin on the news of the day every day, as well as over 500 archived daily verses thoroughly covering the White House, America, and the world with a sticky caramel coating that's impossible to remove. That's TRUMPoetry.com. Everything you need to know in rhyming couplets. TrumPoetry.com.
That does it for my great experiment, an episode full of bloopers, a succotash of succotash, if you will. If you enjoyed this, then we've been Succotash Shut-In, the Soundcast Stimulus Package. If you did not enjoy it, this has been Fresh Air with Terry Gross. That's going to do it for me until the week after next. My partner in clips, Tyson Saner, is back next week for Epi232. I have to ask Tyson, by the way, when his next episode of The Antisocial Show is going to drop. That's another soundcast that Tyson co-hosts along with Hunter Block, and those fine fellows had me on as a guest recently. I can hardly wait to hear when that episode comes out. All right, final bits of business here. If you are a comedy soundcaster and would like to hear your clip on our show, you can either wait until Tyson or I find your show, or you can submit your own damn clip directly to us. You can directly upload a 3 to 5 minute MP3 clip to us at hightail.com/u/succotash. Include some detail about your show, and we'll pop it into an upcoming episode. Please do us the great favor of rating and reviewing Succotash Shut-In on Apple Podcasts, and follow us on the socials. It's at Succotash Show on Insta and Twitter, and we have the Succotash Show page on Facebook. Other than that, our friend Bill Haywatt has information on how you can reach Tyson or me coming up in the close, so I will just implore you, as I often do, if anyone asks if you heard any good soundcasts lately, won't you please pass the Succotash?
You've been listening to Succotash Shut-In, the Soundcast Stimulus Package, with your host, Marc Hershon. Brought to you by Henderson's Pants, TrumPoetry.com, and...
Imagine your company's name right here.
Find us on the web at SuccotashShow.com, on iTunes, on Stitcher, on iHeart Radio, on YouTube, on SoundCloud, on the Laughable app, and tattooed on your mother's rear end. You can hear us streaming and like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at Succotash Show. Email us at marc@succotashshow.com. Or call into the Succotash Skype line at our toll call number 818-921-7212. You can also upload clips from your favorite comedy soundcasts directly to us using our direct upload link at hightail.com/u/succotash. Production of Succotash is overseen by Joe Paulino through the auspices of Studio P Sausalito, the home of the hit. Our hosts are Marc Hershon and Tyson Saner. Our musical director is Scott Carvey. Our booth assistant is still Kenny Durgis. And until next time, I'm your loyal booth announcer, Bill Haywatt, reminding you to please wash your hands and pass the Succotash. Goodbye. This has been a Succotash Patch production.